Alright, Facebook, my MentorTips family, how's everybody doing, fellow traders? I want to make this video to address basically my trading strategy for everybody and how I've made some successful trades so far and basically how I approach my charts and what I do. A lot of people always ask me, what's your strategy? What's your strategy? And it's really quite simple, especially, I don't want to come off as an expert because by no means I'm not. But what I am good at is applying what I've learned from other people and passing along everything that I've learned from other people. So when people ask me, like, what's your trading strategy? It's quite simple. It's like not my strategy. It's like Reza's strategy. It's Harsh's strategy. It's my mentor's strategy. I do what Reza teaches. I do what Harsh teaches. And I just apply it. That's my strategy. I'm price action trader. That's how Reza is teaching us. And it kills me to see some people not follow his instructions and try and go off on their own path with it. If you want to learn how to be good at something, you got to mimic and do exactly what your mentor is teaching. Otherwise, why do you have that mentor? So my trading strategy is very, very simple. It's exactly what is taught to us every single day in the chat rooms, on the live feeds and everything like that. It's nothing really, special, but I will go over some trades with you guys, show you guys my charts and whatnot, how I set them up, etc., etc. Just so you guys know kind of how I apply all the knowledge together. So today it's about, if you guys look at my computer here, it's about 4:28 a.m. I wrapped up my London session, guys, at 3 a.m. In 3 hours, I made 138 pips in the market, and I'm just done trading all day. And I'm going to make this video for you guys to kind of explain how I did that. Every single trade I took, pure price action knowledge that was gained from MentorTips. There's no scanners, there's no robots, there's no nothing. It's all what our mentors are teaching us here at MentorTips. It's all it is. So I'm going to go over a couple of my trades and kind of show you guys how I analyze a chart and basically how I go in on an entry and what I look for. So the first trade I want to go over, guys, is my GDPUSD trade, which I actually applied a new theory to. I'm trying to implement Elliott waves as best as possible here. So if I bring out my trading terminal, I first want to show you guys the entry point and the profits here. If you guys look at my picture on Facebook, it'll show you. But here's GDPUSD. By the way, this is my demo account. I copy all my live trades onto my demo account, and I don't like to show my live account just because I don't want to show off or anything. And to me, that stuff is, just kind of personal and whatnot. But, here's my demo account, has all my trades on it and stuff. You can see all my take profits are being hit. A few I closed early because sometimes I just get tired of waiting for 20 pips to hit and I just want 15. I close, but 15 and 20 is always my goal, guys. Anyways, here's GDPUSD. If you see here, my entry price is 142.09. So 142.09, guys, I'm going to show you guys my entry. So here's 142.09, right here where my cursor is at, right on this level 3 pivot point. That was my entry. Look at the drawdown, guys. There was basically next to no drawdown whatsoever. Maybe 1 pip. I think I went maybe like 11 bucks negative on this, 1 pip down. And then look at what happened here. Perfect profit. Hit my take profit at 142.28, 20 pips. I don't get greedy, just take my 20 pips and I'm done. So 42.08 or 42.09 to 142.28 was right here. Easy, just easy game, guys. And I'm going to show you guys exactly how I did this. So again, like I said, I'm implementing Elliott wave strategy, and I saw a nice example of that tonight on a 1 hour time frame of the GDPUSD. As you can see, I looked at the last recent swing high and swing low, and I found that there was a 5-wave impulse that has completed. You have wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, it has all the characteristics of an impulse. Okay, and what happens after a 5-wave impulse? Well, if we know Harsh, when we listen to Harsh, you have a 3-wave correction, a 5-3-5, which consists of 5 waves. Okay, to start, and then 3-wave, and then 5. So 5-3-5. So here's my 5-3-5 here unfolding on the 3-wave correction. So down to a 15-minute time frame to kind of blow it up. Here's wave 1, which in and of itself consists of 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Wave 2, wave 3, the longer one. Okay, then our wave 4, which is I was entering at what I believe to be the completion of wave 4. Okay, so the way I figured out that this was in fact the end of the retracement of wave 3, I brought to my attention the help of Mr. Fibonacci here. And with the Fibonacci, I drew out the retracement level, and I figured out that, okay, prices are stalling around the 38.2 retracement level of wave 3, which is a good indication that this may be the end of our wave 4. Okay. Also, I have a daily pivot point that prices were stalling out at, and then I have this L3 level right here, this pivot point right here. Okay. So when I was looking at entering this trade, okay, I also used all my other indicators to help me confirm my direction and my trend here. Okay, so if we go ahead and take a look right here at my entry, I was entering off this L3 pivot point right here. At the time of entry, as you can look right here, RSI and stochastics, RSI was at 25 levels, guys. That's pretty oversold. That's a good indication right away that this guy is oversold. It's time to head northbound, right? And then right down here on momentum was just turning northward, upward. Momentum was reversing on us down there, guys, which now, as you can see what happened here, momentum blew through the 100% line here, right here, the 100 level, and now it's on the north side and it's continuing going up. It's actually now forming new highs, and now we could be seeing a completion of wave 5 at any point in time, and this pair is going to reverse and start heading back downward temporarily. Okay, so this trade was actually good. I'm glad it panned out for me because this is really my first trade I'm really applying Elliott wave theory to. But as you can see, the way I enter my trades is simply based on price action. I look for multiple confluence areas on the chart. When I know I'm longing a position, I'm buying, I buy on the dip, which is what I did here. When I know I'm shorting or going or selling a position, I like to, sell on the pullbacks. Okay, so here's our dip right to L3, 38 to retracement level right here, of our wave 3 with Elliott wave, indicating this could be our wave 5 unfolding, RSI stochastics on the low oversold area, momentum turning around on us. Now, I didn't stop there, guys. I go to Ichimoku as well. If we look at Ichimoku on the GDPUSD, I entered right down here on this candle. Okay? Make sure, yep. So I entered right down here on this candle, okay? So as you can see, looking at Ichimoku, we have a bullish outlook, and we do have price action penetrating the Tenkan Sen line, but we don't have a Tenkan Sen Kiju Sen cross, which is okay. And as you can see, at my time of entry, the Senku span line right here was actually back here a little bit, and it was farther away from price action. If there's a big gap between where the Senku span line is and where price action currently is, that is a good indicate that this guy right here, this instrument, has potential to continue heading in its current direction, which is northward. Okay, so all these indicators agreeing with my direction, with my long position here, it worked out pretty much as good as it could. Basically 1-2 pip drawdown, went into 20 pip profit. So that's GDPUSD. I'm going to move on and show you guys my USD Swiss trade right here, which was actually just incredible. This one, again, was absolutely freaking phenomenal. This was bang on right here, guys. This is pure price action trading, no scanners, no robots, no nothing. If you look at this guy right here, I'm going to move out to a 4-hour time, or actually daily time frame. I didn't go into wave theory on this guy because I've been analyzing this for a while. As you can see, we have this daily trend line that has held true for a very, very long time, and it finally was broken down here. And if we zoom in, you can see that price action is currently testing the backside of the trend line, as well as respecting this descending trend line as well. Okay, see how nicely price action respects trend lines if you know how to draw them correctly, guys, which is all taught by Reza and Harsh if you just apply what they teach you. Okay, so I entered this trade on a candle failure below the 97.60 handle right here. Now this horizontal and resistance line right here was actually drawn on a daily time frame, guys. Actually, correction, I drew it on a 4-hour time frame. Okay, so when you draw SNR levels on a 4-hour time frame, you also have to understand that when you come down to a 15-minute time frame, which is usually your entry time frame, you have to be aware of the fact that it may not reach your point exactly. Which, if you look at where I drew my line right here, why did I stop right here at 97.57? Well, if you look over here, see this low right here? This low right here acts as a support zone. I could simply draw a line right there, but I don't have to because my eyes see that. I'm trained to look at that without having to put a line there. So when I draw this line, I just stop right there. I go, it's probably going to stop right around here and reverse. And look what it did. If I plot this line right here, this small 97.57 resistance line, look what happened. It respected it 100%, and that's where I entered. But I didn't need to draw that line because why? I have a stronger daily line right here, and my eyes pick up on these smaller support lines. This is the stuff Reza talks about, guys. This is my M3 pivot line right here, acting as extra protection. I have this descending trend line, again, protecting me from the upside, and the back side of this daily trend line right here. Look how well price action has respected that trend line. Okay, so clear indication we're looking to sell this pair. I waited for price action to get to my point, took the sell position. If you look at my entry point right here, zero drawdown, guys. Like literally zero drawdown on this trade. It was incredible. Okay, and it's all price action trading. So right here, my entry, if you look, RSI overbought, perfect indication we're above 90 levels, perfect indication of a potential reversal zone. If I bring up the help of momentum, you guys can take a look at momentum, see what that guy is telling us as well. So here's my momentum, if you guys can kind of take a look at that. At the time of entry, momentum was turning around toward the south. This guy was losing steam, and you can tell it was losing steam if you just analyze a price action, guys. Look at this. I'm going to show you. Let me kind of hide these guys. I don't have a mouse. I'm on my laptop right now, so it's kind of hard to move some of these things around. Okay, so anyways, see these two long wicks right here? That's a sign of this pair losing steam. It made two last attempts to break the 97.60 level because it was the last 30 minutes of the hour, so you can expect that to occur, but it's losing steam. And then it failed below it. Perfect entry for a short position. Took my 20 pips, and I'm out. And as you can see, I could have held it for much longer and probably took, you know, 30, close to 40 pips on that pair if I held it all the way down to the bottom. Okay, so that's USDCHF. We're going to look at EURUSD, which again, this pair, this trade was just bang on with price action. Bring it out to a daily time frame. Look at my daily trend line I got here, guys. Daily trend line is holding intact and true. Look at that, perfect bounce. I've been waiting for this bounce, guys, since last Friday. Okay, and I'm patient, wasn't, you know, greedy. I knew I was going to get this time. It was going to come down here eventually. Okay, I can actually delete this trend line. If I'm going to leave that there because it may retest the backside. Okay, but anyways, so I didn't count waves on this. No need to. You have this strong daily time frame. If you look and analyze the price action, we are currently bullish. Higher lows, higher highs. Double top forming right here, but again, you can't beat price action. Okay, moving down to the 4-hour time frame. Again, everything looks good. 1 hour. I have this 1 hour horizontal support line right here at the 111.73 handle. Move down to my 15-minute time frame. It's also near the M2 pivot point right here. So again, you have a confluence area, guys, along with protection from your daily trend line. Very powerful trend line right there. Heavy confluence area right here as well. Okay, and we have, you know, S1 down here, your support 1. So there's a lot of protection down here from a drop. Okay, so I simply entered the trade. I'll bring up my terminal, show you guys my EURUSD trade. EURUSD was, let me go up to it, right here. EURUSD long position bought at 11.72. I bought it just underneath this trend line, 11.72. So literally like right there. Right there I bought it. Okay, right there I bought it. Zero drawdown, guys. Look at this. Zero drawdown. There's like no drawdown here whatsoever. It's just all price action trading. Okay, and I took my profit, 11.87. Easy. Show you guys that. 11.87 was right about here underneath our pivot point right there, the daily pivot point. Easy, could have held on to it for another 20 pips or so. Could have got 40 pips out of this guy if I wanted to. But again, you take your 20 pips and you have good, you know, trading strategy. That's all you need. 20 pips. Don't be greedy with it. Okay. So again, looking at this pair at the time of entry, what also assisted me? Price action was primarily how I entered, but again, look at the time of entry down here. Stochastics are low in the oversold area. Okay, time to turn around, right? That's a good indication. We move on. Let's take a peek right here. Momentum was starting to turn around as well to the north side. Good indication. Okay. Now, we don't just stop there. We don't stop at momentum, RSI, stochastics, price action, pivot points. We go to Ichimoku. So here's Ichimoku. Let's see what they have to say about this pair. EURUSD, I entered right down here. Didn't go into the cloud, stayed above it. There was not a Tenkan-sen cross when I was entering the trade. And then the Kiju-sen was actually further away from price action at the time of entry, so that was a good indication that there was room for this guy to continue heading in its current direction, which was north. Our cloud right here has a good future outlook of, bullish activity, that the bulls are in control. So everything is pointing to a long position. That's what I did. Good pair right there. So I'm also going to go ahead and show you guys GJ, kind of wrap things up. Hopefully spend another 5 minutes with you guys. So GJ, I played two ways. If you guys look at my my profit pick that I posted, I actually took a sell and a long position on GJ, which the sell was a very, very aggressive position. Okay, let me show you guys that. Okay, I did take a sell position right here at 161.69, which is just around this resistance line. Okay, so this resistance level is plotted at 161.68, at the 161.68 handle. Now, around midnight or so, I took a short position on a candle failure below the 161.68 handle. I've been analyzing this pair for a while, and that's a very, very aggressive trade because this pair is heavily, heavily bullish, guys. I'll give you guys a little, analysis right here real quick. Take a look at this on a daily time frame. Perfect wave setup. A 5-wave down impulse is unfolded. Wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Can you see that, guys? 5-wave impulse. What occurs after a 5-wave impulse according to R.N. Elliott, or Harsh, right? Our mentor. 3-wave correction, right? And you have wave 1, wave 2 has completed, and now we're on wave 3, which has to exceed wave 2, and wave 3 is usually the longest, correct? Yes. So we move down to 4-hour time frame, even a 1 hour, you get a better view. Actually, 4 hour, we'll stay here. Here's again your wave 1, wave 2, wave 3 is unfolding now to the north side, which is why you have this heavily bullish activity going on in the GDPJPY. It's blown through absolutely every single horizontal support and resistance line out there. Okay. Now, notice, however, every time there's candle failure on one of these horizontal support and resistance lines, you do get a pullback. So if you're an aggressive trader and you trade aggressively and you can manage your risk, then you can take a few short positions here and there, which is exactly what I did because I know how to manage my risk very well and I know how this pair works. Every time it fails on a resistance line, look, there's a small pullback, small pullback, small pullback. Look at that. So I took a small short position there, guys, which I don't really advise doing. This pair moves fast and it's a heavy pair too, so it can get out of hand really quickly and it trends very, very well. So I did bank on this one though. I did make about 20 pips on it, but the real educated decision on GJ was my long position here. The buy at 161.68, okay? Now, I played a simple breakout strategy, not a retest or anything, because I know, due to Elliott wave theory, that this guy has to go north, okay? Now, due to the fact that Elliott waves are indicating that this guy has to go north, and all my other indications, which we're going to get to on here, all the other indicators are pointing to the north side. As soon as this guy closed above 161.85, I entered a long position, and at the time of my long position, it was about probably 12:30, 1 o'clock in the London session, so again, momentum's picking up because of the open. I knew it was about to take off, and if you see, that's exactly what it did. I took my profit at 161.88, a quick 20 pips or so, so 161.88 was hit right about here. Okay, right above this trend line. Okay, so that was a pretty easy pair to trade. But again, I'll show you my entry on the long position here with the help of RSI stochastics momentum. So right around here is where I entered my long position. As you can see, RSI is heading northward, and same with stochastics. They have a northward indication, as well as if I bring up momentum, if you take a peek at the momentum was on its way north as well. So there was a good turnaround. Momentum was heading upward, just about to cross the 100 level right here and get on top of it, which is a good indication that the pair is going to take off to the north side. So I didn't stop there though. I used Ichimoku to help analyze that pair as well. We go to our GDPJPY right here. Again, this guy, I mean, it trends so well. Look at this. Clear bullish activity, bulls are control, clearly above the Tenkan-sen line right here. Good separation between the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen. And the Senku span, look how far away this guy is from price action. Remember how Harsh and Reza taught us with Ichimoku, that if you draw a box, okay, let me do this, 50% down and above and 6 candles forward or so, just like this, okay, if it's not touching price action, it's a good indication that this pair still has room to continue northward, which, you know, I use to my advantage. Good indication it's still going up. Play the breakout strategy, collected my 20 pips, happen to be done with it, and use the help of Elliott waves to confirm the trend direction, right? So basically, with that being said, I'm going to wrap the video up on, that's pretty much the last pair I'm going to go over with you guys. We covered EURUSD, the correlation with USDCHF, GDPJPY with Elliott waves there, and then Elliott wave theory again applied to GDPJPY here. And price action. So primarily, as you guys can see, my strategy revolves around price action, and I utilize indicators to confirm my entries, and I utilize indicators as well to confirm trend direction, right? The more confidence you have, the better you are going to be at trading, right? The more confidence you have going into a trade, the better it's going to usually pan out for you, right? Look for multiple confluence areas. As you guys can see right here, take a look, again, at my buy position right here. The only reason why we're getting consolidation right here is due to the fact that we have this daily descending trend line right here, and it's having a little tough time penetrating that. But according to Elliott, this pair needs to go form a wave 3, right? It's got to go a little bit higher. So it was only a matter of time before it was going to break and close above the 161.85 handle and continue its north run. So I knew the trend is up. I knew it's going up. I knew it was only a matter of time, so this is a perfect area to enter a long position. All the other indicators agreed. There's a big confluence area here as well. You can even see how it came and tested the backside of the trend line and the 161.85 handle here. So you could have played a breakout strategy here as well. If you wanted to play the breakout, that would have worked as well, but I played a simple break strategy on GDPJPY on this guy. So pretty simple trading strategy, guys. Just follow what Reza and Harsh teach, price action, apply what they teach, and just practice, guys. Practice on a demo account, you know, spend time with the charts, as Harsh would say, guys. It really comes down to spending time with the charts and mastering these indicators and studying, right? And I'll tell you what, guys, there's no greater satisfaction than being able to take all these trades by yourself without having to be on a live feed, without having to get signals sent to your phone, and without needing a robot or special scanner to do it for you. So with all that being said, guys, happy trading. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. May there be many profits in store for everyone. And if anybody needs help with trading, I'd love to help anybody out. Again, I'm no expert, but I am very good at explaining what Harsh and Reza teach and passing along all their pearls of wisdom. Because essentially, I trade based on everything I learned from them. That's my strategy. It's Harsh and Reza's strategy. That's it. So with that being said, I'm going to sign off, and everybody have a good morning.